to be. Lily Poppy! And living there is Mr. Bubble! Please, get up! No! 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 Thank you.
And so, all we need now is bodysuit.
I'm not a bad person!
You know, you should be thanking me. I brought you here. I showed you who you are. Nobody never told you nothing but lies till I come along.
God damn it. The big daddy boots need to be shipped here, not the damn library. What kind of idiot is Ryan hiring nowadays? This kind of bullshit never happened on the Fontaine.
kraut is just ghosts. Just a matter of time till you realize.
Could I have made mistakes? One does not build cities if one is guided by doubt. But can one govern in absolute certainty? I know that my beliefs have elevated me just as I know that the things I have rejected would have destroyed me. But the city, it's collapsing before my... Have I become so convinced by my own beliefs that I have stopped seeing the truth? Perhaps. But Atlas is out there, and he aims to destroy me and to destroy my city. To question is to surrender. I will not question.
That's what the fuck I found her that way!
War a terrible thing. Japanese kill every man in my city, except for Suchong. Suchong have opium. Very good opium. This war, terrible thing too. But not for Suchong. Everyone's scared now. Everyone need Adam. More than little sisters can make. Good news is war makes lots of corpses. Suchong knows a way to recycle Adam from corpses. But can't send a little sister out to street unprotected. Suchong must think on this.
This is where you find bodies. Look at you. We will make Big Daddy out of you yet, I think. There is only one piece missing, the pheromone. Go to the Little Wonders educational facility.
I'll go there soon with this.
Other ghosts really got hooks into you. You can knock Ryan all you want, but the old man was bingo on one point of fact. You won't even walk till somebody says go.
No! 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 Thank you. Thank you for helping me. Oh, I'm ready for dream time, Mr. Bubbles.
one scary son of a bitch. But Ryan cheap son of a bitch. You can no reuse protector suit. Pagan man graft the skin and organs straight in the suit. Otherwise, the suit not work. Ryan say Big Daddy too expensive. Ryan can go suck an egg.
Trip to fresh air? Then save up to see Steinman. Ladies will be knocking at my door. All I want to do is meet someone. But this fucking place is poison. Can't they see that?
can only be glad I am nowhere near you and that awful stink. Why the little ones are drawn to the smell of those pheromones is beyond anything I can understand.
I know why it has to be children, but why just girls? This I cannot determine why, but I know it is so. Fontaine says, one less bathroom to build in the orphanage. It is amazing to watch the effect of Adam on their small bodies. Their own cells replaced by the new stems the instant they are damaged. These children are practically invulnerable. It is a shame you could not do the same thing to an adult. There would be quite a market for a man you could not kill.
I know you're here, and I'm itching for a fight. Next teller.
To kill, to harvest or not to harvest, the moral dilemma that follows you throughout the BioShock experience and defines the fate of the player. This choice lays at the center of your BioShock story and has repercussions that can be felt in nearly every facet of the gameplay. Part of BioShock's lasting legacy, of course, are the Little Sisters and this moral choice that presented itself to the player. Everyone became a water cooler conversation about, like, well, did you save them? Did you harvest them? That concept, Ken, was that something that came about early in development, or that binary choice? When did that come into the game?
I don't remember when. I mean, we had the concept of them being protected, but I can't remember when you actually
it certainly
chose.
wasn't. When there were slugs, it was not meaningful. I think there was...
Do you salt it? Do you not salt it?
There were resources that you could get, but there was no choice there, right? The choice was, do I want to fight the Big Daddy or not?
Yeah.
I think once we got into the realm of they have to be empathetic, the player has to have some feeling towards them, which you're not going to get from slugs. Right. Then we start seeing that opportunity there of, like, okay, nobody's going to want to do harm to these girls, or do they? Like, and do we allow them to? It was we weren't comfortable with it at first when it first came up that we could.
I think it was important that it was a way to reflect the sort of larger economic questions of a world like Rapture, where, like, where the economy drives everything. Are there any limits to economic decision making versus moral decision making? Because that's sort of what the Randian notion is that it's not the role that you don't sort of legislate morality. Let's try to take that to an extreme and see where that ends up. And Little Sisters sort of became that. And in this world, they became a commodity. And the question we have for the players, are you willing, they're a commodity to you as well, potentially. Are you willing to participate in the commodification? There was, I think, a fair amount of nervousness internally at the publisher about it for a little while, but pretty quickly they were able to sort of say, look, we trust you guys and go, do this. And I only had a few, the press, and this sort of happens over and over again. The games press worried a ton about it and wring their hands about it. They ever recognized it was a setting topic, but that it was done to a larger purpose, that it wasn't just sort of like, hey, this is the game where you kill children. And
whatever, and that was a sensitivity. I know that you guys wanted to call them little sisters, not little girls, and it was and it wasn't, it wasn't killing them, it was harvesting them. And I mean, you did some things probably on purpose, right, to sort of explain that this, you weren't doing anything vicious to them, right?
Well, I mean, you do sort of, they do sort of disappear out of you, and a big slug out of their belly, comes up that you. Well, we didn't want that to be graphic. We wanted to be very clear that you were killing them.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. But it was not intended to be a prurient in terms of, hey, this is a simulation of pulling a sea slug out of a little girl's belly. But we wanted you to understand that you were making a very diabolical moral economic pact there. And we think that came across, and I think it came across well enough. And I think the test of how well it came across is, I think most people didn't really thought of it as am I willing to do this thing or not?
Right.
And people would tell us stories how their girlfriend saw them harvesting, and then they literally slept on the couch that night.
Right.
And that's that's an interesting, that was interesting how people connected to a 3D mesh that's really no different than any other 3D mesh in the world. This little sister, she's not a person. She's a 3D asset, a virtual 3D asset, right, that has a voice actor connected to it who's an adult woman. And nobody was actually getting harmed, but people still emotionally connected to them and made an emotional connection.
And also, I think when you're playing, you don't really know what the impact of that choice is.
Yes.
And that's sort of the curiosity of you're a gamer, so it's like, am I going to game the system? Which one should I pick? How does this impact things as you go through the game? It's never really fully clear what that choice is going to lead to, right? And the ambiguousness of that was something you wanted to sort of create mystery around throughout the game?
Yeah, we went back and forth a lot about what the rewards for harvesting versus saving would be, and actually I think we should have really pushed further that the rewards for saving were much more, should have been much more meager than the rewards for harvesting, just to really sort of put you up against the wall, push you up against the wall and say, are you going to stick by your moral guns here? Because you're going to pay for it.
Yeah.
Because that's usually the way life is, right? It's always harder to take a moral path than it is to take an amoral path. But there's incentives to take amoral paths because it's the easier path.
As you play through the game, eventually you get to the ending, and as we know now, there were sort of two endings that were affected by that choice. And that was something at the time, I know you said publicly that you weren't in favor of sort of having two endings. Was that in part because, the game is about not having choice, or did you think that, the two endings were, I don't know, I'm interested for narratively, why you didn't want to go that path?
It seemed forced, given that the game really sort of almost made a joke, a meta commentary joke about the lack of agency in games, the lack of meaning of those choices, given that you have these two endings. I guess you could make an argument that, well, you were free, you were given choice of the, once Ryan's dead, and that's really what it's about. But I think we also didn't really have enough time to execute on those super well. I was pretty happy with how the happier one came out, with the sort of little sister focus, but it's a much more subtle story than I would have time to tell about sort of your slow descent into, moral chaos and dissolute living and all the things that sort of come along with a life that is sort of separate from a moral structure. It's a long story.
And that's you were just switching a cutscene. It wasn't like you were doing sort of a whole other level that was different or something. So the choice was...
There's two cutscenes with very tight time and economic constraints.
Or just start a nuclear war.
Yes. And that's not, you know,
You're
that's
a nice guy, or you start a nuclear war.
and because we had so many problems on our plate, that was something I had to sort of do in the spare time. So I was pretty happy with one, but not very happy with the other.
I know you had said publicly before that there was another sort of more ambiguous ending that you had originally planned, or what would you have done?
There was a notion of an ambiguous ending, in which if I just wrote one, I would have found a way that would just talk about the moral ambiguity of the world rather than the sort of, you know, positive or negative, because it is such a look. I think we really tried with BioShock not to sort of make a game about good and evil. It's really about circumstances and what circumstances lead people to, and how they delude themselves with ideology to do things that they would think are evil, but it's okay because it's for the good cause. And that's what I probably would have. If I just had one to write, I'd probably focus more on that. You know, how difficult it is to sort of align when you start being driven by ideology rather than being in the moment and thinking about the impact of what you're doing.
Sean, you talked to gamers, I'm sure, over the years. Did you ever get a sense of how many people harvested versus saved, and was there any sort of data? I mean, this is before the days where you get telemetry and data on like what people picked and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, anecdotally, it seems like more people saving Little Sisters. Although, I have a few friends that I just harvested every single one. I wanted to see what happened. So I mean, I don't know if that was more, the game developer and them trying to see, what would happen, but certainly for the most part, I think most people, which I guess is a good thing. It means that maybe people are good at heart. They kind of feel bad. They want they want to save the Little Sisters. So, yeah, I'll say it. The needle sways towards the green there.
Time for bed, Mr. B. Hurry, hurry, Mr. Bubbles.
Yes. Now this is a Big Daddy. Are you ready? Now go to the Little Sister vent by the proving grounds.
I've got Rapture now. I've got the Atom now. You think that pill suit's even half enough to put the scare in me?
You need to bring them out of hiding, and then they'll let you in the door. Go on, hit the vent with your wrench. What is this you wait for? Go on. Hit the vent with your wrench. Und bitte. It would mean very much to me if you will be gentle with the girl. Mein kleines Mädchen. The little ones will lead you to Fontaine, but you must protect them.
That's it, kid. It's been a long road. You don't even remember most of it. Put you on a sub when you were just a sprout.
Dancing in the sky. Don't be a slowpoke, Mr. B. Angels don't wait for slowpokes. Hurry! Hurry, Mr. Bubbles! Hurry, Mr. B! Angels are waiting for our kisses. Time to go, Mr. B.
I really wound you up with that wife and child bit. Oh, me poor Moira. I me wee baby Patrick. Maybe one day I'll get me a real family. They play well with the circus.
Don't wait for slowpokes. Hurry, Mr. B! Hurry! Hurry, Mr. Bubbles! Hurry, Mr. B! I can see the angel dancing in the sky. Oh, Mr. B! We hit the jackpot. I'm a good
look at
girl,
them.
Mr. B.
Even though they are
Time to
physically
go, Mr.
free
B.
as they need to gather, Su Chung's mental conditioning still holds them to their terrible task. For sins such as this, we can never atone.
Hurry, Mr. B! I can see the angel dancing in the sky. This angel dancing. Fuck! Angels waiting for our kisses. Sad, Mr. B. Don't be a slowpoke, Mr. B. Don't wait for slowpokes. Hop, hop, Mr. B. No time to wait. Hurry, Mr. B. Time to go, Mr. B. Don't be a slowpoke, Mr. B. Angels don't wait for slowpokes. Look, Mr. Bubbles. Adam.
Watch
Hurry,
out!
Mr. B.
For certain, their harvesting will draw the attention of this blighter.
Dancing in the sky. I see Adam, Mr. B. Hurry! Hurry, Mr. Bubbles.
Be quiet!
Don't be Angels don't wait for slowpokes. I like it. Adam. Special. It looks sad. Hurry, Mr. B. Hurry, Mr. B. I can see the angels dancing in the sky. Time to go, Mr. B. Hop, hop, Mr. B. No time to wait. Time to go, Mr. B. Hop, hop, Mr. B. No time to waste. Hurry, hurry, Mr. Bubbles.
We all have those things. Our country is a great purpose.
Don't Angels don't wait for slowpokes. Hurry, Mr. B. Angels are waiting for our kisses. Hurry, hurry, Mr. Bubbles. Time to go, Mr. B. It's my time.
I did.
Hurry, Mr. B.
What I was thinking.
Angels.
Never spliced stuff once the whole time I was down here in this aquarium. Figured it was bad to mix business with pleasure, but... Again, all the nose candy and floor polish I've been wasting time with. This stuff is the mother's milk.
Hurry, hurry, Mr. Bubbles. Hop, hop, Mr. B. No time to
Hurry!
This
The
one's
harvesting will
ready
draw the
first,
attention of this
Mr.
blighter.
B.
Blighter, blighter, blighter.
I'm a good girl, Mr. B. Hurry, Mr. B. I can see the angels dancing in the sky.
Shut the fuck!
Don't be a slowpoke, Mr. B. Angels don't wait for slowpokes.
Please for me!
Disgusting. can see the angels dancing in the sky. Hurry, Mr. B. Angels are waiting for our kisses. Time to go, Mr. B. Don't be a slowpoke, Mr. B. Angels don't wait for slowpokes.
Better for the girl to be with you. Better with you than alone. Alone in the crawling darkness.
Hurry, hurry, Mr. Bubbles. Hop, hop, Mr. B. No time to waste. Don't be a slowpoke, Mr. B. Angels don't wait for slowpokes.
That might be plenty for the working scrubs and the pencil pushers. But I need more. More! I want to splice till there ain't nothing left to splice with!
Fontaine is nearby. You are reaching close now.
Are you as good as my daddy, mister? Not if you don't visit the gatherer's garden, you aren't. Smart daddies get sliced at the garden.
There! You must use the needle of the little sister to drain Fontaine of his Adam. It is the only way to defeat him. Fontaine waits above. There will be no going back from here. Make sure you are ready to face him before moving on.